Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. As always, if you don't mind taking a moment to like and subscribe down below. Carol Protocol was one I wasn't necessarily going to do a follow-up on. With these ones, you kind of have to get in early. I did a pretty honest review of it. If you also want, I'll leave a link to this video here from Lucas from Underdog Investor Group. I really like these guys. Colin and Lucas are great, very honest guys. You'll hear him talk about all the YouTubers that follow this kind of referral degen stuff, acting like it's the best thing since sliced bread. He does hate on a lot of the YouTubers who go through these videos. I did one. Mine was a more honest review of what's going on, and understanding that TVL is king here, and if it goes down, things are possibly in trouble. If it goes up, then you've got time to possibly ROI. With this one, as you can see, having a stupid ROI or return like this is massive. There are things that kind of lessen this blow. As much as it's 4.21, your max earning is 150%. Not only that, like as you can see, this one here, it's completed, so it's not earning me anymore. I believe if I add more, it'll help me ROI faster by reactivating this for a period of time until I've maxed that one out again. But in the most part, everything's pretty much closed-net system. So I'm not going to say it's as horrible as some ROI dApps. This is a little bit deceiving in a sense, because it's got a finite amount of rewards that can come out. But that said, it's still astronomical in my opinion, and I think it's part of the demise of protocols like this when they give really high ROIs. So obviously, point of contention with this one, you need to really watch this. You need to be in early. In this case, because of what I'm going to show you in a moment, if you're already in Carol, I've got some input for you, which you may want to heed or not. This is not financial advice. If you're not already in this protocol, honestly, well, for a reason you'll see in a second, I'd probably recommend more looking at the new one if you have risk capital to play around with. This is not something you jump in with funds that you are not willing to kiss goodbye. That said, the way Carol is set up, it does help, but it is not in no way be all and end all. It's going to make you an ROI back. There is no way to guarantee that in this kind of stuff. Really, like I said, if you're dealing with risk capital, maybe this one's a fun one for you. This one's done well for me. I've 3x'd on this one, which is pretty phenomenal. That is not including any referral fees. I think I went back and checked earlier. I think I was at $75 of referral dollars, which is nice, but by all means, nobody's really eaten up my referral code, and I don't care if they do. The nice thing is what I will do with that $75, once I verify that's what I've gotten, which I'm 99% sure it is, I'll probably move that over to PFX or Vaultec or a combination of them all. Really PFX probably, because it'll feed into all of them, because really all I want my referral fees to is to help others, not for myself personally. I'll earn by playing the game hopefully right. Oftentimes in the past I've not played the game right and I've done more losing than winning, but I'm on the upswing. I'm trying to be smarter with what I'm doing, and definitely ROIing first in everything that I get into, and this one is no different. So I have ROI'd on this one. Like I said, I think I've actually 2x. I think there's a couple of yeah, I've got $300 in Ethereum. That might be partially from a rise in the price of Ethereum. That might include my $75. So I've done about a 2x in this wallet. I think I've done a 3x in my other wallet that I was playing around with in this. It was a little larger one that I got in a little bit earlier. So be all and end all. What's coming in? What's the news? So Carol Protocol is coming to BNB Chain. So they've heard that there was some people doing some possible forking, that kind of stuff. So because they're the owners of it, they can kind of move it over pretty quickly. So if you are interested in what they're doing, and like I said, their protocol is kind of unique in the sense that it's a closed-knit system. It's not. It is Ponzi-nomic based. I mean, you are being paid out of other funds, so money doesn't come in, which I don't like. But at the same token, this is when people are making their money, but they have to be smart at it. Oh, I forgot there's dark mode. Much nicer. So yeah, so you have to be careful with it. And like I said, this is crazy. Like having this high of a return is crazy. Now, this one is not going to be as high to start with because there is a liquidity bonus. This is purely based on the size of the TVL. And then this one here is because I haven't done any withdrawals in the last little bit, because I kind of hold, pull out, rebond, hold, pull out, to create that larger to ROI to kind of get my initial out faster, and then personal based on how much I have in there, and then the base of 2%. So keeping in mind, you need to be cautious with this and careful. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to create another bond. I'm going to use 25%, so I'm sticking with it because I think it's still going to pay me back that tiny little bit. Because I've ROI'd, I want to create another bond. Pardon me, for the second tweet that they put out. So the bondies on base are going to get 20% of its worth on BNB Chain. So I'm already going to have, when it launches later today or tomorrow, I'd have to check what UTC is. I never remember that stuff. So when it launches tomorrow, then I'm going to already have a bond there that I will only have to attach. I'm assuming BNB, like with this one, they're using ETH because that's the gas for the chain. So I'm assuming they're going to use BNB in this one. The other neat thing where it's kind of benefited for timing for them is ETH has had a little bit of an upswing. I'm assuming BNB will as well, hopefully, if things go well timing wise with the market. And so that could bode well for this kind of protocol. Again, that's nothing guaranteed here. So I'm going to rebond this. It's going to give me 30% extra, and then I'm going to have to put some ETH in to cover that, and then I'm going to pull the rest of what I have left out as profits. So rebonding, it's going to give me a bond around the same amount as my latest one that I did 20 days ago. So I am getting a smaller pool in here. But as I said, I don't expect this to start going up too much anymore. But I could be totally wrong. I don't have no crystal ball. I'm not going to worry about that. I've already got my ROI. This is my warning for you, is maybe the base one is not the one for you to get into if you're not already in. If you are already in, you could take this as a play to do, or you could do something completely different, or you could just pull out of it all and walk away. There's nothing wrong with any of those decisions as long as they're the right decision that's right for you. So I've created a bond, which means it's right here. And then in order to bond it, I need another $85. So this will be $160 put in, which is actually higher than I originally, because I think I started with $100 in this wallet. I've already got those funds there, so I'm going to go ahead and stake that because I've got them sitting in my wallet already. Pardon me, it's some water. Nice and cheap gas fees on here. So that's going to add another one here. It may open this one back up to earning for a tiny bit of time. I don't expect it to last long, but sometimes, so it might help me with my return. But when I pull and sell these, it's going to reduce this rate, obviously, by the hold bonus. So transaction confirmed. Oh, okay, so it actually doubled it because that's right, it gives you a carol that's double when you're bonding it. And it hasn't reactivated that one. It happened one time. I don't know if it was a fluke or what, but I'd have to go check it out. So no big deal. Either way, I could technically keep earning 4.21 if I wanted on this whole thing to help ROI this faster. But I'm going to take some of these funds. I'm going to take profit, and I'm going to maybe move some of it over to the BNB version of Carol and give that a whirl. I'll put my referral links for both this one and that one in here. Please don't feel the need to use them. As I said, if you are invested in any of the protocols that I'm involved in, be it PFX, Voltec, or Creative Wealth, and you decide you want to get into this protocol, use my referral link. Some of those funds will go back into those guys, so you'll benefit from that, I guess. But again, only do it if it's right for you, and risk capital only with this kind of stuff, because these rates are crazy. So I'm going to sell and max. And so before, I think I showed you I had like 300 and some in my account. I took 80 something out. So hopefully we'll get a nice little, I think it'll be another 100 and some. If I'm not mistaken, I could have done a calculation, I guess, but. And transaction has successfully entered the blockchain. All right, so we're going to close this. There we go. That's gone through. As you can see, my rate has gone down. Whew, I'm making so much littler. That's still insane, in my opinion. And then, so 433. So I've gone up, even though I created another bond, which was technically double the size of the other one and close to this size. So that's a good thing. I've ROI'd. I think I've probably actually 3 or 4x now on this one. And I'm moving on to the other one with probably only the $100. I don't know yet. I might put a little bit extra because I've got some extra play money there. I'm more look at my bigger one that I've done. And that's about it. So please be careful with this one. As I said, they are moving to BNB Chain. This could be a chance for you to get early if you missed the other one. But keep in mind, the second rendition of something usually doesn't do quite as well. So whether it's going to go to 1 million or not, that's really hard to say. 1 million is a fantastic kind of TVL for a degen project, not so much for the safer, longer-term liquidity pools and that kind of stuff. And as I said, you want to learn a little bit more about that stuff, head on to the Underdog Investor Group. I've presented a couple of different groups, and I'm going to keep representing them. I'm hoping to have Lucas and Colin on the channel at some point. If you do decide to join the Underdog Investor Group, it is a paid place. He basically calls it a coffee a day. I do think some type of paid group is of benefit to anyone in this space, especially if you're new to it or still learning it, or find that you still keep stepping on landmines. Having a group that kind of gels with you is so beneficial. So I'd highly recommend giving them a look as one opportunity for you. They do a lot of deep dives into different either projects. They do a lot of education into how to use liquidity pools, how to navigate the space, how to not be a gambler in this space. And so I hold a lot of value in what they're doing and how they're doing it. So just keep that in mind. And there you go. Look at that. I've already gotten one. So I've got 24 cents already or 2.46 cents already in there in a few minutes. I think that's about everything I wanted to get into right now. I do have a video coming up for Demo that's been approved, so that'll be coming out in the next 24 hours or so. We have the blockchain after hours tomorrow, and I'm also probably going to do a video, but it'll be private for just my Discord and Telegram. It will be also kind of a DGeny play, referrals, MLM, all that junk, but it's one that's new, just starting out, so I wanted to take advantage of taking actually some of the Carol gamble money, I guess, that I've earned. I'm going to put it in that and in Carol, and then take some profits for myself that's going to go into something like Flex IRA or something far safer. So I'm diversifying the winnings that I've gotten so that I don't take a chance on gambling in the next project and then losing them completely. Because I've done that. And I'm sure you've done that. I've told a couple of my stories before where I took some money, I decided to gamble it into something. I said I'd take it out in a certain amount of days, and then I didn't, and then the whole project was gone. So not making those mistakes again. I'm constantly pulling profits out, moving into stuff that's safer and that I feel more comfortable with. And you can come by my Discord or my Telegram, and we can have a chat about those different things. Or like I said, take a look at some paid groups that have some really great conversations about all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much. Again, please do like and subscribe. Please do come by the Discord or the Telegram, and let's keep trying to find some wins in this space. And good luck to all of you, and stay safe.